Happy Thanksgiving. I know that the holidays can be really tough for you and anyone who is struggling with their relationship with food and their body image because this is the time of year when we really indulge. There's feasts for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for New Year's, there's Friendsgivings in between, there's multiple Christmas parties, there's work parties, everyone's bringing treats, you're making treats, people at your house are making treats. And it can be very overwhelming with just all of that delicious, rich food being out there and an option for you to enjoy. So, here are just some reminders for you going into this season to give you some encouragement that it's okay to enjoy what's going on and hopefully give you some perspective that this isn't a time of year that you have to be anxious. Because I've been there. I've been there struggling with my own relationship with food. And it is possible to heal your relationship with food and enjoy the holidays with your loved ones. So I'm recording this on Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and a lot of people just won't eat breakfast. They won't eat lunch. They won't eat until they're eating their Thanksgiving dinner. And my encouragement is that you eat throughout the day when you are hungry. And maybe it's noon and you're eating your Thanksgiving meal at 2. It's okay to have a snack going or before your meal. It's okay. Your belly is going to be the same size whether you eat breakfast or you don't eat breakfast. The only difference is that you're going to be quite hungry by the time you get to your meal, and what often happens then is that you overeat because you're just ravenous. And so my encouragement is that you will eat when you're hungry today. And you might still eat a little bit more at your Thanksgiving meal, and that's okay. It's one meal, and it's usually a lot of foods that you don't have every day, and they're delicious, and you're spending time with your loved ones, most likely, and it's okay if you eat beforehand. So my next encouragement is that you might eat a lot at dinner time. It's still okay to have dessert after, even if you're full. Normal people who aren't struggling with their relationship with food and their body image, they're still going to eat dessert after their dinner. And maybe you wait an hour, let your belly settle a little bit. It's okay to still enjoy a piece of pumpkin pie or apple pie or whatever dessert that you want to enjoy. Tonight I'm making a gingerbread cake, and I'm going to eat a slice of that cake because it's delicious and it's not something that I have every day. It's a special occasion. So it's okay to treat yourself today. My next encouragement is you don't have to go to the gym today. You don't have to have done that turkey trot in the morning to earn your Thanksgiving dinner. And you don't have to exercise in order to earn your dinner at all. If you want to, if that's just part of your routine, if it makes you feel good that you went to the gym, if that's just a normal part of your day, I'm going to take the dog for a walk today because it's good for her, it's good for me, it's good to get some fresh air, and I do it every day. I'm not doing it to earn my meal tonight. And that goes into tomorrow. Whatever you ate tonight, don't worry about it. Don't beat yourself up if you ate more than you think you should have. Don't worry about it. Your body knows what to do with those extra calories. You don't have to obsess about, okay, what did I eat yesterday? How much exercise do I need to do to burn all that off? Don't worry about it. It's just a cyclical thing that's going to get you stuck in your head about, I shouldn't have eaten that. I ate a lot. Now I need to work it all off. That's not a healthy relationship with food. That's not a healthy relationship with exercise. So just go about your normal life. And I know when you're struggling with your relationship with food, intuitive eating can be really hard to do because I struggled with binge eating, so I ate a lot when I was not hungry. So that's why something that I encouraged you to do at the beginning was eat when you are hungry. It's harder to stop when you're full, but just notice it, but don't beat yourself up again for eating a little more than you normally would. So that's Thanksgiving, and I know we're almost into December, so we're almost into Christmas season, and it's just kind of a month of indulging, it feels like, in society. And so what I do is I don't say no, which might seem counterintuitive, because if you're struggling with your relationship with food and your body image, your mindset is probably that you need to be thinner. You need to lose body fat. This can be really hard at this time of year because you want to enjoy these special occasion things. You want to enjoy these treats, but at the same time you're warring with yourself because you want to be thinner. This is a reminder that life is not about being thin. What if you spend the next decades of your life trying to be thin and you miss out on connecting with people and community and making memories? During the decade that I was struggling, which I don't believe that it takes a decade for anyone to heal their relationship with food, that's just my journey because I didn't ask for help and other reasons, but that doesn't mean that's what it's going to be for you. But my point is that during that time of my life, I don't have a lot of good memories because partially I was like in survival mode and I was just turned into myself so much. I wasn't connecting with people. I was just so obsessed with food and my body, and I feel like I missed out on a lot. And I don't want that for you. And I know the holidays can be really exciting for some people. They can be really hard for other people because of whatever's happened in your past. But that doesn't mean that those maybe traumas aren't things that you can overcome in the future, slowly making new memories, happy memories. And I'm not an expert, and that's not something I deal with, so it's not something that I feel confident telling you about, but there is hope for the future. And part of that is enjoying the little moments going into this next season. So if that means making cookies with your kids, with your friends, with your niece and nephews, happy memories. Putting up a Christmas tree with friends, decorating, going Christmas shopping, making Thanksgiving dinner with your mom, like I'm doing today, making Christmas dinner with your family or your friends. All those little things, like food is not the enemy. Food is something that has always brought people together. It's a community thing. So another little piece is don't isolate yourself during this season, especially when you're eating. It may be hard because I know when you don't feel proud of what you're eating, you almost feel guilty and shameful for eating, and you shouldn't. So I encourage you to get around people when you do have your meals, especially your holiday meals, if you can. Maybe invite people over yourself instead of being the one invited. Can you invite someone over? But food is something that often is at the center of when you make memories. And so there's a lot of healing that can be done there if food, being around family events, friend events, that food is there, can make you very anxious. And that could be something that you're just like, oh my gosh, there's all this food here. Am I going to be able to control myself? I know I'm going to overeat, and then I'm just going to be obsessed, and I'm not going to feel good. I'm going to be obsessed about my body. I'm not going to feel good about my body, and it's going to ruin the night. I've been there, and it doesn't have to be that way. And I'm not saying you're going to fix it this month. I'm not going to say you're going to fix it this holiday season 2024 or whenever you're watching this or listening to this. But no matter what happens, have grace with yourself. Allow yourself to enjoy the treats and allow yourself to be present. Don't worry about that family gathering that's coming up. You can't you can't change what's going to happen. You have to wait for it to come for you to encounter the situation. But something that has helped me is not saying no to myself. Like if someone brings treats in for Christmas, like it's okay to have one. Like having one cookie is not going to ruin your day. If you have 12 cookies, maybe there's something wrong. But oftentimes our relationship with food is sometimes in rebellion with ourselves. Like we say, no, I'm going to be, quote, good this time, and I'm not going to eat any dessert, or I'm not going to eat this, I'm not going to eat bread. And then you really want it, and there's no reason for you to not eat it except the rules you've made for yourself. And so sometimes you can stick to them, but for how long? And then you end up just giving in. You might binge, you might just overeat more than you'd wanted to, simply because you told yourself, no, you can't have that, for no good reason. So take the rules off the table this season. Just tell yourself, this is kind of weird because you are yourself, but you have to tell yourself, I'm allowed to eat whatever. You're allowed to, and something I do at meals, when there's like a big buffet, there's like a potluck dinner. Sometimes I'll skip the salad. Sometimes I'll skip the veggies just that day because I'm like, no, I want this mac and cheese, and I want these cheesy potatoes, and I want this the whatever meat there is, and I want room for dessert. So it's okay to skip the veggies too. But take the rules off the table and just allow yourself to be present. And another thing I'll challenge you to, if you're someone who struggles with like overeating and your relationship with food, is take your time eating. Like slow down and actually enjoy it. Sometimes you may or may not be aware that you have a scarcity mindset. You're like, I'm never going to be able to eat this again. Like, this is my one time a year that I let myself indulge, or I'm only going to let myself indulge until the New Year's. And so there's this mindset that this is the last chance I get, so I have to go at it. I just have to eat as much as I can because I'm not going to be able to eat this after the first of the year or something like that. And take that mindset out of your brain if you can, because it's not helpful. It makes you do what you're trying not to do, because you're not actually going to stop eating that. You're going to want the cookies after the New Year too, and you're allowed to. You can absolutely reach your goals and be healthy and have cookies on a regular basis, have dessert, have bread, whatever it is that you think you can't eat anymore, because it will prevent you from reaching your goals and healing your relationship with food. That's not true. So take the rules off the table, take yourself out of food jail, take the foods out of food jail, and just enjoy it all. Time's going to go by so fast. Take your time eating, take your time with your friends and your family and your loved ones. Allow yourself to enjoy the treats. Maybe be involved in making the treats, have some ownership in that. Make new traditions this year. Maybe you have a lot of traditions that are centered around food. Like I said, a lot of them are. Maybe make some new traditions. Go cut down a real Christmas tree this year and decorate it and watch a movie. And maybe you go caroling, or maybe you volunteer at a soup kitchen, or maybe you, like I said earlier, invite a neighbor over to spend time with you, to have like a festive coffee date. Spend time with friends, go out to a movie. I know some of these are also around food, but they're not necessarily just all surrounding a meal. The holidays are meant to be warm and cozy and festive and happy, and I know that's not the reality for everyone, and I know that's not always the reality if you're struggling with your relationship with food and your body image. But one final thing, one final encouragement is wear clothes that fit you. Wear comfy clothes, wear a little looser clothes. Remember, you aren't meant to fit into your clothes are meant to fit your body. And if you know you're going to be eating a little bit more at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, wear a baggy sweater, wear slightly looser pants. Like, that's okay to do. I know sometimes you need to be dressed up for your festive gatherings. Wear what fits you. Wear something a little baggy. Make yourself comfortable, because I know how uncomfortable it is to be wearing clothes that are just a little bit too tight, and it just makes you so much more self-conscious about your body. And again, through this season, I don't want you to be just obsessed about thinking about your food and thinking about your body. Like, you should, my hope is that you have comfy, cozy, safe, happy memories this season. And I hope everything I've mentioned today is just an encouragement for you to slow down and turn outward. And I don't expect this podcast to fix your relationship with food or your relationship with your body, but just know that you are not alone, and you will get through this season. And no matter what you eat or how you exercise this month, you still have value, and you can absolutely heal your relationship with food and your body image. And this is a time of year that you can enjoy. And I hope that you enjoy. So, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And happy whatever time of year it is when you're listening to this.